welcome back to a midweek episode, I hope, of how to build a Metro 6R4 Subaru Imposter, not really a 6R4. Yeah, managed to get a day off, so that's nice. Just come down here, bit late, it's 10 o'clock now, gone 10 o'clock. It's raining, no wind though, which is good. Shouldn't say that because it's going to start blustering in a minute. But let's see what we can get done today. I would like to lift the shell up, get some welds on the top of the roll cages or you know, all the top points welded fully, so we can get a bit of primer on those, because I'm not really sure how you really paint roll cages. Ideally, I suppose I should have the body off and I could paint the roll cage lovely, drop the shell back on, but 'tis a rally car, so I'll just get a bit of primer on it. We'll drop the shell back on, but before we drop the shell back on, I want to clean up the sills where I've sort of obviously just cut the old floor sort of thing. We've got a little bit of a lip that we need to sort of, you know, you can do 2 panels, you know, we've got to grind off just so it's ready, and we drill them ready for plug welding onto the new 2mm sills that we made. So that's what we want to try and do today. As I said, it's not too cold, so I've got the doors open a little bit, get a bit of light in here. Could do with a bit more space. Can't do anything about that. Can't magic up any more space just at the moment. We're working on that, but it's a slow process and a costly process. But again, thanks for all the new subscribers that have just joined me recently, all the sort of positive feedback I've had. I really appreciate it. I think most of you get what I'm doing, and the people that don't get what I'm doing, you can just leave, doesn't matter, or leave a dislike, doesn't bother me. So yeah, I had something special for dinner the other night. I should tell you about it. Should I tell you about it now before I start? Yeah, let's tell you. Turkey lasagna. Turkey mince, white sauce, and basically made a lasagna. So it tasted alright actually, but your head was telling you this, you know, your head's telling you this shouldn't be right. It's not right. Turkey lasagna. Always talked about doing it. I've seen other people do it, but we thought we'd just do it because we had some turkey mince left over and we needed to use it. So that's what we did. Turkey mince lasagna. Tonight, though, we've got a casserole, chicken casserole. Hopefully. But yeah. Let's get on with something. Distract myself from actually doing the major job. I'm just going to fill in the old fuel filler hole. So we're just going to cut a bit of metal 6x6, mark it over the hole, bend it slightly, and then we're going to joggle it hopefully, and weld it in. Now, what I could do, as it's a rally car, we could just snap a bit of metal on the inside there, get some tacks on it, boom, skimmer filler. But I'm a professional, as you know. So what we're going to do is we mark that lovely 50p piece, hexagon typey shape, onto there. We're going to cut slightly oversized, and then we're going to get the joggler out, which if you haven't seen a joggler, it joggles. And that will just hopefully make it fit more flush, and then we'd hardly need any filler at all. That's the idea anyway. Filler. Just wait for the steamroller to get out of distance. A bit noisy down here during the week. So hey, here's my joggler, Clark one. Got it off eBay as always. Got it used it a while ago. You might have seen it in my previous videos if you haven't. But anyway, joggling, all it does is makes a little joggle. Makes a little joggle. Allows you to then sort of try and fit the panel flash. Also gives the whatever panel or repair panel you're doing strength. Loads of videos and proper videos out there of people using it properly. You can get manual ones, you get hydraulic ones, you can do like in the bead roller type ones. This is compressed air one. Let me just find a little bit of scrap, just so you can see. Always worth doing a bit of scrap, because I end up, it's not the first time I've done the joggle around the wrong way. So if we put it in there, push, see that? Joggle. So then you'd weld it to that panel and it's sort of fairly flush. Obviously it all very depends on this joggle. It's like a one size fits all joggle. So yeah, I think you can get different joggle sizes anyway. And then on the reverse, if you need to, you've got a little punch side. Punches a hole, ready for welding. Anyway, enough of that bollards. What I'm going to do is, I think, what am I going to do? Don't know whether to drill some, just put, plug welds through the hinge like I did at the back there, or just get some tack welds. I think I'm just going to do some tack welds on this side and just grind them down. That'll do. Yeah, skimmer filler, no one will ever know. It looks genuine. Well, I don't know what they do on the back of these Metros, but or maybe it's where someone's repaired it before or whatever, but it's just a thin layer of like sound deadening type stuff. It's not stuck on, it's like sprayed on. And so I need to try and grind some of it off because it didn't like welding the other day. And if by magic the hole's gone, it feels so smooth you won't even be able to tell that I've done it. Anyway, oh, just burnt my finger. Weld just went through and oh, I don't know, lit the end of my finger up. Hey, should wear gloves, shouldn't I? But anyway, makes your fingerprints harder. I can do some bank robberies later without getting caught with the fingerprints. There's always I can steal everything with one finger. Anyway, a little bit of magic epoxy primer on it, and we'll move on. We've got to do something sensible today, haven't we? Oh, that made it look so much worse. Okay, I very precariously lifted the shell up with some blocks of wood. Helps a little bit now I've got a roll cage because I've got stuff to actually rest stuff on to try and jack the shell up. So yeah, the idea now is to try and get some welds on the top bits that we can't really do once the shell's on. So we get all those welded up, we get some epoxy primer on them, and then we can concentrate on the lower sills. We need to sort of drill some seatbelt points. I don't know what seat belts I'm running yet, but we need to just at least put some sort of seatbelt point in because it's going to be a hell of a lot easier doing it, drilling a hole through the 2mm now and welding the point on, and then in the end, if we don't use it, we don't use it. We'll have to fit something else later. We do roll bar, you know, off roll bars anyway. Simpler to do it now. Then I think we're in the point where we can actually weld that 2mm sill in through the floor, through the original spot welds where basically I can just plug weld it. Once we've done that, we can then obviously clean up the outer sill of the Metro. As you see, well, I've just hacked the old floor and old inner sill out with yeah, clean that up, punch some holes in it. We can then lower it back down, measure it, make sure it's in absolutely 100% perfect position, and get some welds on it. And so the shell will start to be welded on today, maybe. We've got a lot more to do, so let's do some welding. Okay, we've got the top welds done. Just put a bit of epoxy primer on it, not too sure why, but tidies up a little bit, stops it going a bit rusty. So next job is to try and get the sills in and try and clean up the body shell. So we need to try and lift the body up a bit more if I can, just so I can get to the bottom part of the Metro sills. I think I've talked about it before on the old Subaru. The rear sort of diff cage housing mount has extra bolts. You know, it's like a sandwich plate, and then bolt through there. Normally, I've done it before. I've cut all that off and just had a single bolt, shear bolt off through one bolt, and got rid of that sandwich plate. But because we've got a Metro 6R4, we're going to have a huge body kit on the side. I'm thinking of keeping that, and what we'll do is once we've got the body shell in position, we'll then box all that in to give it strength again back onto the Metro sill, and then obviously the 6R4 body kit, which is going to be slightly custom on the sides there because of the slightly different profile we've got on the sills. We'll cover it all anyway. And I'm also thinking of running the heater pipes down the side here as well, under those, so because obviously we've got the rad in the back at some point. Look at that quality. Okay, top seam cleaned up. Obviously got to punch holes in it yet for the plug welding. Lifted the shell up a bit more so we can get to the bottom one. So again, just going across with a soft pad, trying to grind the spot welds off. I'm not filming it because I don't think it's that interesting. And yeah, but we're getting there. So we clean this side up. I've got no room in this place. I need more room. I should have started this project really. Still don't have any room. But hey, hopefully it's giving you some entertainment. So yeah, let's clean the bottom section off. I'll go on, I'll film it for you, just so you feel nice. Oh, I never enjoy that job of grinding off old seams and panels and stuff. Very satisfying once you've done it, but oh, Yeah, sometimes it's easy to drill the plug welds out. Everyone has their own method. But yeah, I use a bit of both depending on it. That one, obviously the bottom one's full of sealing as well. And also the bottom one has like a little lip to the panel to give it a little bit of strength just underneath. So I was trying to keep that, thinking that we might be able to reuse that and hopefully that will just tuck under our new 2mm inner sill. But that's the idea anyway, but you never know, we may grow and it got flush. So I'm just trying to clean up the outside. And then the only thing left to do there is punch some holes along it, ready for welding later. Okay, clean up along there, clean up along the bottom, punched a load of holes in there, actually a bit too many to be honest, gone a bit berserk really. Can't get the punch on the other one as I said because of the lip, so we're just going to have to get the drill on that. Yeah, let's try and work on the other side now. Okay, cleaned all this side up, drilled it all, plug welded it, plug holed it. Shell dropped back down, maybe for the last time. I'm just going to do a few more measurements. We get it clamped up and just check a few things, and in the end we're just going to smack it. We've got to, haven't we? We can't just muck about for months. Lockdown's going to finish soon, so if I'm finished, we got, you're all going to go bugger off, aren't you? After lockdown, go out and do things, real things. So yeah, do some measurements and get some mole grips on there. Maybe we'll do some welding. Wow, we got clamped in, trying to get the sills level, and I've used laser guided everything. This is spot on within within the millimetre. I think we're quite close to thinking, well, let's put some plug welds on the shell. I can't think what else. I've taken some measurements, take a couple of measurements. Things seem fairly equal either side. I've tried to push the body shell as far forward as I can without trying to make the rear arches look too silly, even though the rear wheels on a Metro 6R4 are very far back anyway. Just to save me, if I can get another ½ an inch at the front there, it really makes a difference. I'm not going to show you the front yet. Patrons have seen how tight it is anyway. Better give you a bit of a look there. Woo. We'll obviously, once we get this shell on, we swap the car around. I'm still waiting on the front end, so I'm not desperate yet. That's all got to be cut out, but I'm not, until we get the front bumper and I've ordered 2 new front wings as well, just in case the wing was slightly different to what I've got. And I think we're going to give it a go. It's just, yeah, in the end it is what it is, isn't it? If it all looks a bit pissed at the end of the day, we scrap it and start again and do another project with me, don't you? So yeah, that's how much space I've got to work. I could really do that. That's a very useful tool, that, for aligning body shells to cut and shut floors. If you haven't got one, definitely worth getting one of those. Very useful. All right, I don't think we're fully welded, but I think we should at least get some plug welds in it so we can then sit and admire our work. Obviously, we've pulled this out a little bit compared to the Metro, so I'm hoping, obviously we pulled the back out here as well, so the doors, obviously, if you're in reality, will be slightly pieched, but I think it's hopefully not going to be enough to notice. Should try the doors on really, but that's not how we roll here, is it? Well, it's like christening of the boat, I guess. It's we've put some, I haven't done loads yet, we've just done half a dozen plug welds over the car, 2mm inner sill to the Subaru floor, and 2mm sill to the Metro body. It's a little bit wobbly still, but it's not held on with G-clamps or mole grips. No clue. Obviously I've laser aligned it on a level floor, so obviously it's going to look perfect anyway. I think I'll just park it in long grass if I ever go to car shows, but that's obviously optimistic. But anyway, I think, not that Stella sponsors me, but I'm always hoping, I've been hoping for years that they might. Cheers. So it's a major milestone, that. It could be a milestone that I regret, but that is a major milestone. So all we're going to do now is just keep making it stronger and stronger and adding more metal. Whee! I might, while it's daylight, try and get it out and maybe pop a door, Just makes a good thumbnail, doesn't it, everyone? Did I tell you I'm having chicken casserole for tea? Yeah. Alright, I had to get it out. Oh, pardon the expression. We got a door fitted. In my book, that means we're bob on and there's nothing correct. Everything's correct, I mean, nothing correct. So, yeah, we're starting to look like a metro-y thingy again. So, yeah, nice to get it out. Not looking too bad. Yeah, I think it's going to go. It's going to go. It's going to go, innit? Can't not go. Don't know where I'm going to go in it this year, but hey, loads of thumbs up if you can. This is, I'm chuffed I've got to this stage now. This is a major milestone. Still loads more to go. Once we get the front end fitting as well, that is going to look the nuts. But yeah, I think that looks good already. Look at that, you can see the bonnet, you can see it, how mean it's going to look. So yeah, door fits, slight angle, but I think we can twist that and or space the top hinge out. It's not really a problem anyway. It's a rally car, bloody heavy door anyway, so should just replace them with, I think the original 6R4s had aluminium ones. So yeah, we're looking good. Cage is looking good. Car's looking good. We can drive it in and out. So I think we'll finish off over the next video. We'll start completely welding it. So obviously the next video is not going to be that exciting. But we could maybe at least have a look at putting the rad in and work out where that's going. As I said, I'm thinking of running the water lines on the outside of the sills there. So obviously it would look stupid as a sleeper. And obviously if you weren't going to body kit it, because actually, to be honest, you could make it quite a decent looking metro. I know that's an oxymoron, but yeah, we're going to mount maybe a pipe side, either both sides or one either side, and then obviously the 6R4 kit goes on over the top of it. So if we have any problems with our heater pipes, we can take the 6R4 kit off, get to them. But again, it's going to be so easy to run them along there, and then they just tuck up. Obviously we've got to do a lot more cutting here because there's some air vents that's got to go through to the back radiator and all to the side and bits and bobs. But anyway, that's it for today. Gonna have a bit of a tidy up, finish my beer off, get home, have some dinner, and then we can repeat this all again Saturday. So please, thumbs up and subscribe. Please share, do everything. If you want to support me, check out the description. Yeah, you might have seen as well, there's a lamp pod that's come from ABS Motorsport. He had it laying around. It's only a four lamps. We need it making to 6. So that's going to be separate videos I can do at home, which is going to be good over the next few weeks. If you're a patron, you get them first for sure. Anyway, like and subscribe. I've got to go.